This is an off-the-tongue podcast.
Hey, Doug here.
Greg.
And this is Mike.
And we are the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast and part of the Off the Tongue Podcast Network, where you can also find the Greener Grass podcast, Teach a Dummy podcast, Skate Ohio podcast, and the original Copycast podcast, all found anywhere you find your podcasts. Hey, welcome everybody. We're thankful that you are tuning in. Start of season 6. It's hard to believe.
Amazing. We're finally back.
Back, yes. We had planned on being back last week.
I may have even promised the listeners that we would be back next week.
But we had the holidays and the last 3 weeks, and then weather, and then multiple sicknesses.
I fell on the ice.
I had a sick. I was brutally sick for multiple days, and it was just not fun.
It's crazy.
But we are all back now.
Yes.
I'm still somewhat fighting some congestion and a cold, but way better. How are you doing, Mike?
Well, about the same, actually. So, yeah, no. New year.
Yeah.
Off to a good start, I think.
Back kind of to normal now, maybe.
Yeah, try not to freeze outside.
It's crazy cold.
A little frigid. The high was, what, negative 12 or something like that?
It was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold.
It was very
For those that follow us on our Instagram, I put the screenshot from yesterday out there. It was the minus 16 with a wind chill of like minus 43. It was brutal. It was
I love
bad.
the picture of the igloo put on there.
No, it's just like,
yeah, it's kind of what it felt like.
Hey, it got up to a balmy 1 today.
Oof.
yeah. All right, well, let's kick this season off. I think each one of us have a little something right up front. I have a Would You Rather segment with 2 or 3. They're weird ones this week. They're just odd. My wife got a kick out of them. She was helping me as we were finding them, and she thought they were kind of funny. So
sounds good.
But we're going to defend Reese's holiday treats honor,
which we should not have to do.
Well, there's a woman. She may have made some powerful enemies. So I don't. Yeah. Well, we'll see. And then we're going to talk about McDonald's. They have a quote unquote new meal.
New Happy Meal of some sort.
And there were also, towards the end of last year, I've had this kind of chambered for a little while, and we've been gone. But towards the end of last year, they did a study of 180 metro areas, and they came up with a list of the most sinful cities. And we'll explain that, and I'll have you guys guess. See if you can see who makes the list. So,
shouldn't McDonald's have a sad meal instead of a happy meal?
Well, that's every meal there. I think
but they would be in a box, and you would get something depressing.
It'd be a soggy box, a wet bag.
Sorry, we'll come back. We'll come back to McDonald's.
All right. Well, let's fire it up. What do we got?
All right. Well, I'm going to kick us off. New season. Let's start with some fireworks, shall we?
I love it.
Fireworks for the new year.
This is a segment, not a segment. This is a series of comments and posts from Facebook that I followed along here. So this was occurring on December 30th, so the day before New Year's Eve. So the post that started this whole thing was somebody listed their address and they said, "I just heard a loud explosion or something?" ? Did anyone else hear it? So I go to the comments, and a few people said, yes, I heard it. I'm curious myself. And then I'm going to read some comments here along this chain, and then we'll see where the chain takes us here. So it says, yes, I heard them. Somebody else said, yes, I'm curious myself. Then the comments say, I don't have any windows on the east side of my house. My neighbor went out and looked out her back door and said she did not see anything. And then the first person who commented, they said, I just heard it again. Not hearing any sirens, so this must not be anything major. Okay, so we can probably cap it there, right? We can end the conversation there.
You would think.
Somebody followed up on his comment and said, I just called the police department after I heard that second one. I think and believe it sounded like a gunshot, but I don't know. Because where we live, our community is prone to gunshots all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know? No, there's never any gunshots.
Never.
We live in a very safe, local, not rural, but,
yeah. It's not to say there never could be, but yeah, the odds are pretty slim.
Yeah. I think we've had, one homicide in the case of however many years. I mean, it just doesn't happen right here. So somebody else commented, I live on Hillcrest, and we heard them! ! I think some neighbors off of.
Did they put a birthday cake like screen behind it?
No.
No.
That's coming in future Facebook posts, but not this one. No, not
The
this
smiling avocado.
Talking about gunfire.
one. Yeah. She theorized that people may be practicing fireworks for New Year's Eve.
Oh, practicing.
That would be a crazy thought, right?
Well, you don't want to go out and just fire off fireworks cold. I mean, you need practice and get used to it. Get warmed up, limbered up.
How long's the fuse? How long's it going to burn?
Well, we are in the Illinois, in the Midwest. You got to light them fireworks, hold them, and you got to throw them up in the air right at the last second.
Yeah, and don't blow your hand off.
Oh, there's no.
If you're going to
safety.
blow your hand off, you want to do it in practice.
Yes,
too.
you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
When someone, okay, so one of the first commenters, they come back to that comment and they say, "Oh, I hadn't considered that, but people are so thoughtless. It is scary to think that you might be hearing gunshots that you were hearing." That's kind of a loop around there. And they say, "It makes me sad." I don't know.
You're not allowed to make loud noises if somebody thinks it's a gunshot, that it's your fault.
The thing that threw me off is I don't know where the paranoia about gunshots is coming from. Like we never hear ever gunshots around us. But on 4th of July, our neighborhood likes to go a little crazy with their fireworks. So you think there would be some precedent here. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. And then somebody had caught on with the fireworks. Yes, it was fireworks. They confirmed it. The original poster says, "Oh my gosh, thank you. I wish someone would have posted something if they are going to shoot fireworks off so it doesn't scare people. I usually don't get scared, but tonight it freaked me out!" Triple exclamation point. I honestly thought it was gunshots.
Well, how would you know if you were even friends or could see that person's post if they posted, "I'm going to shoot fireworks"?
Yeah, beware.
That's my final point is, okay, now we have to go through Facebook approval before we can do anything.
I'm going to go out and fire a gun.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it.
Well, and fireworks are illegal in this state, so I don't. If you were going to shoot them off, I'm not going to put it on Facebook. I'm going to let off some big fireworks here. Some really big
Freaking
ones.
her out.
I don't get the immediate jump to like gang war, gunshots. I don't understand where that comes from. And then number two, it's like, yeah, come on, we don't need approval for everybody on Facebook.
Well, there are some people who create an entire narrative from one tiny little piece of information or something. They hear sound, and there will be a whole storyline that comes up with it.
Yeah.
That sounded like a gunshot. It did sound like it's probably domestic violence. Some guy was probably beating his wife, and she had enough, and so she grabbed a gun and shot. And now she's on the run with her babies, and they're running, and she's just driving probably like a maniac. Like, what? It was a bang. Oh, no. There's a whole narrative.
Yeah, the whole
and the
crime
longer she doesn't know, or he, I would never say it's a woman. I wouldn't say it was a woman. But the longer that person doesn't know what's going on, that story is going to grow and get bigger and worse.
Yeah. And all it took was a few extra people in the comments saying, "Oh my gosh, what was that?" And it just, it goes from there.
Whenever I see that, I like to interject something just totally out of it.
Yeah, I saw the car speeding away.
Yeah. I think somebody blew up the building in town.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just like, come on, guys. You can't do anything without having it talked about and discussed on Facebook or the Facebook overlords.
Get your approval.
Needing approval. You have to have the stamp of approval from the Facebook.
Yeah, you got to get it Facebook notarized.
Yes, exactly.
You have to go through the proper channel.
That's right.
If you want to do anything fun. No fun allowed.
No fun allowed. No speeding in your car. You can't, accelerate.
I also
loudly.
imagine, too, that somebody says, "You know what? Everyone, attention, please. I'm going to be shooting off fireworks tomorrow night, approximately 8 o'clock. Yeah. I'll shoot off 2 of them, so it will be done at like 8:05.
Yeah. And these are my practice ones.
These are my practice. And they'll say, "No, you can't do that. People are going to think it's gunshots." So even if you said you were going to do that, people would still shut you down.
And when you did it, they would be angry still.
Oh, yeah.
Well, people are angry all the time anyway.
Yes, they
Who
are.
cares?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That all you got?
Yep.
All right. Real quick. Couple quick things. My first gripe, I have two, is Fox News. Kind of news in general. There's a couple little pieces of this. First off, Fox News has started doing this thing where when you go to read a story, you got to put your email address in there, then go to your email and hit approve or whatever, and then the story will pop up.
Well, I think somebody on Facebook could go through the same process here.
Probably. It's like, why do I got to go get email approval to read the stupid news story? I mean, so you go do it, and it'll let you read, and you can read all the news stories till you exit the browser. Then you come back in, try to read another one. Gotta go get another approval. Go in, get the approval. So that's my first gripe. Second gripe.
When that happens to me, you know what happens? It's like, I guess I'll never know what happens in that story because I'm done. I'm not giving them any more information.
Well, my next little thing is about kind of like that, what my criteria for reading stories. I decided in 2024, I'm not going to read any story once I read the word influencer or amassing X number of views. I'm ending it right there. I'm out of that story. I'm not going to read about stupid influencers and amassing X number of views. I'm tired of it. So
now we bring a lot of those stories here for content. So
well, I know it may be hard.
Greg's going to be in the dark for I think half of our content.
I may be in the dark.
Greg's
all right, last
get up
quick.
and just walk out. What? I am not listening to that. I'm not participating.
I can't read this story. It said influencer. All right, last thing. McDonald's.
What?
I ordered in the app.
That should have been your New Year's resolution. I will not use the app. I'm out.
I'm going to convince McDonald's to start an influencer campaign so they can amass mass amount of views, and Greg doesn't have to go.
I'm going to give Greg a notepad that says McDonald's app, and with the order, he can just check it off and hand him the piece of paper. I'm using the app.
Well, he can use the coupon at the same time. It'll be like, two for one.
The paper coupon. No, real quick. I punched my order into the app, and it came up and said order number. Now, I did think it looked a little different than what it did, but I thought, they changed the app, whatever. There was an order number there. So I pulled into the drive-thru, and I said, I got an order in the app. And they go, okay, what's the name on it? It said Greg. And they go, do you have an order number? And I said, number 6928 or something like that. She goes, well, no, it starts with a letter. And I go, it doesn't have a letter.
I love it when they argue with you and you're saying, I'm reading it.
Yeah, and it says, paid by blah, blah, blah. Here's your order. I said, it says it right on the screen. Well, pull up to the window. We'll take a look at it. So I pull up to the window, and she looks at it. And then, of course, me, as I'm pulling up to the window, I look at it, and right above that number, it says, go to counter. It didn't pick the drive-through, so it picked the counter. So I pulled up. I said, my fault. I said, it says go to the counter. She goes, you got to pull over there and walk. I go, you can't get it? You can't bring it to me?
I knew that was going to be.
I had to go pull over, get out, walk in.
It's the protocol.
Pick it up, walk it back.
Well, Greg,
I'm lazy. I know it.
Your app stored the order. Clearly, there's nothing that they can do at the drive-thru. You have to walk in and go to the counter. This is protocol.
You would think they would say, you should have to go to the counter. We'll run and pick it up for you.
You can probably see it. It's right. I literally can see it. Please.
If I had been at the first window, I would have been able to see it.
Can you hand it to me? Can't.
No.
Sorry.
We can't
do it.
So I had to get out of the drive-thru line, pull over, go in, and it was sitting there, but it's like, just hand it to me. Just literally,
if this was like
it's right behind you.
Any other restaurant chain, they probably would have been able to get it to you. But we all know this is McDonald's, so. Here's like the bare, like the bare minimum effort required, and grabbing yours was like just barely above that, and they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. They could not pull it off. No. So, anyways, that's my gripe. So I won't be participating in stories anymore because I can't read influencer. And if I do, call me on it. If you hear me say influencer. See, I've said it like 4 times now.
Yeah. Well, starting now.
Now. Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Well, I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of that. The other day, we were at Culver's with Greg and my wife, and we all ordered, and we came up, and Greg ordered at the table with the app. I went up to the counter and ordered. I came back. Everybody got their food before the app one came.
No, mine came. Megan's was the last one.
Well, she pulled. You must have taught her how to use the app because she didn't hit submit. Your daughter put it all in. Why didn't I get my food?
Oh, I forgot to hit submit.
She never hit submit.
Yeah, that's our first go round at trying it at Culver's. So hopefully that'll get better.
Let's hope so.
Oh, it can't get worse.
Well. It could, but
See, there, I would have to walk up to the counter and they'd say, "Oh, it's at the drive-thru. Go get in your
That's
car,
sorry.
drive
help you.
around."
pull over here and park, and then we'll bring it out to you.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
They'll hand you the sticker number on the way out.
It's on his forehead.
put this on your-
Stand there. Put it on. All right. There has been some insanity over the last couple weeks. It's still kind of going on. And it's with a cup. There's a certain cup. The Stanley Cup. And I'm not talking hockey. Although I think I saw more fighting and body checking in the video than I do when I watch hockey for people trying to get the actual Stanley Cup.
Is this a traveling Stanley Cup?
I think it is. Target has special edition Stanley Cups. These and people are going insane over them. I've seen a couple videos. There's one people they're pushing. One guy jumped over the counter, grabbed a box, and took off running. Now, we've all seen over the last couple of years videos of looters or people they grab TV. People just let them go. They go no, but this guy that grabbed the box. He was accosted by a group of women and a couple other dudes. They tackled him. They took the box away from him and they pushed him out of the store. Like, no, you're not getting, you want a $900 TV? We don't care.
You can walk out.
You
with
take
it.
that box of Stanley Cups of limited edition, pink and red. You might be killed. You might lose your life over the Stanley Cup. But they said that when Target puts these out, they put up signs, limit 2 per guest, and people were screaming about that because people were taking more than that. They literally, I think it said it was wiped out in like 15 minutes. They put them out. All of them were taken. People lined up for 2 hours before Target even opened. So
I
they
haven't
could
followed
be
this
inside.
guy close. Why are these so in demand?
I have no
Is it
idea.
because of the Stanley
It's-
Cup?
It's like I just want to call it a fad. You know, it's kind of like the trendy thing right now, propagated by TikTok and other social media apps and stuff like that. I mean,
By influencers and X
Yeah.
number of views?
yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen videos, to Doug's point, of an employee or somebody else in the store. They've got like the camera facing the stockpile of the cups. And they start the video, and then they open the doors, and people just absolutely stampede in.
Pushing and knocking things over.
It is an absolute track and field event to race to the Stanley
and
Cup.
it's just
thing.
it holds liquid and it
It's-
keeps things hot or cold.
It's no different than a $10 or $15 cup that you could go to any other store right now
Right.
and buy off the shelf. The only difference, to my knowledge, is it's pink or red, Target colors, whatever it is.
Well, and Stanley's been around forever. I had a Stanley thermos.
I've got Stanley
Yeah.
screwdrivers.
I don't think that's the same.
It's Stanley Company. They're hardware.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know if they were the same company or not.
I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Two different
don't know.
Stanleys.
You could put a screwdriver in your Stanley Cup.
You could. little vodka and orange
Yeah,
juice and your
straight in
Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley screwdriver. But one woman she called up there and she came in. She said, I called. They said you would give me one. And she went right to the front of the line and people were screaming, telling her to get back. But I don't get what the big deal is or why there's such a fuss over it. Now, I would never say that it's mostly women, but it sure seems like in the videos, again, this is all
It's just all appearance.
appears to be most, there are a few dudes, but it appears to be mostly women.
Well, I think they
who
were
are
on the
going-
block.
We're going nuts over the cup. And I will say this. My wife loves the cups with, it doesn't have to be, she didn't have Stanley brand, but any kind of cups she loves. I don't get that many cups. I'm like, okay, I have none. I just use the styrofoam or whatever. Now, in fairness, if I get a drink, it's gone pretty quick. I don't need it to keep it hot or cold because I drink it. I get the drink and I drink it.
and
it's
then I
gone.
throw away the cup.
Yeah. But my wife, she'll get it and she'll have that cup all day long and she'll put a little in it, but she'll, drink all day and walk around with these cups. I don't understand what I don't know. It got me thinking, is there any product that you would stand in line for over 2 hours to try to get in there and fight people over? For me, no. And maybe I'm just I am an old curmudgeon. I'm an old grouchy man. But I can't think of one thing I would wait in line and try to fight my way through to get one. I just can't.
I feel like there was something recently I stood in line for, but what was it? I can't.
But was it the same thing that everybody else was waiting in line for?
Well, I hope it was something that everybody was waiting in line for. If I was by myself, that'd be kind of weird.
Standing there for 3 hours.
Well, no, I mean,
Why is that guy standing there?
I know
meant-
what Mike said.
I know
Is
what
it the
you're
same
saying.
product that you're all racing to get? That was my
Yeah, I can't. There was something recently
because I mean I've waited in lines but it's not. You know, it's like a Black Friday thing or something. You know, where everybody
Yeah.
disperses. It's not for the same thing.
I mean,
I think
years
that's
ago,
where I
I
don't do
camped
that.
out for concert tickets, but that was many moons ago.
See, I wouldn't camp. I don't think I'd
Oh, it's
camp out
fun.
for anything.
It was a
Maybe when I
party.
was younger. but
Yeah, I was
not now.
much younger. I mean, it was Genesis in 1984.
I'd say the longest I've ever waited in a line was like 15, 20 minutes for something.
That
I mean,
would be pushing it for me. Like
And it wasn't from one thing in particular.
I've had to wait at like the DMV, but you have
Well,
to. I'm
Yeah,
stuck.
you're stuck there.
We're not racing to collect driver's licenses.
No.
I don't think there is something that I would.
I probably have at McDonald's, but
I've left I've walked in. If there are 3 people at the counter, I'm like, I'll go somewhere else. I'm out. I can't do this.
Even that I think is different. It's not a retail
Yeah.
product.
I have to think about that. I feel like there was something recently, but I can't think what it was.
Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't know. What, and any of you ladies or men, what is the
Yes.
deal? Can I hear my ladies? No. What is the big deal? What is the big deal with the Stanley Cup or any of those cups? I mean, we've seen the videos of the women with their giant cups and they're going around. They got to have their cup everywhere they go. What is the deal with that? So I'm trying to think. When I was growing up, I never saw my mom carrying around a cup to drink water or anything else with. So
I mean, my parents probably had a coffee cup on the table or something.
yeah, could be.
But it'd be one that you'd.
I'm not
Like
saying
the
it's bad.
glass
I just don't.
coffee
I don't
mugs?
get it. I don't understand.
There was a dude. Your story that you've got on here, it says,
Yeah.
one man even jumped the
Yeah,
counter.
that's what I said. Well, the one
He just-
guy did. So there are a few dudes, but mostly, at least in the videos they showed, it's mostly women.
Yeah.
And one woman, she took some guy to task too because he jumped the line.
Yes.
She called.
Yeah,
he called her the line judge, and she put him in his place. And yeah, I don't know. So
Shamed him on.
I don't get the appeal for these.
Anyway, that's all I had. I don't have anything else. You got anything you want to add to it before we move on?
I don't think so.
All right.
I need to go get a Stanley Cup.
I need a Stanley Cup. Maybe we need to come up with a "It's funny that makes it okay" Stanley Cup.
Well,
Ooh, yeah.
I'm just going to throw this little nugget out there before we wrap up our story. I just saw that those cups that people are after. Do you guys want to guess how much each one of those costs?
$38.95.
I was going to say $49.
More?
Okay, I don't know.
$55.
$55?
You're paying $55
And they're
for
fighting
a
over 'em.
collector's quote unquote cup that you can buy for $15.
And how collectible are they if there's that many of them?
Well, that's what. It's like collector's items you can turn around and sell typically for a bigger price on like eBay or whatever, something like that. Yeah, who's going to pay hundreds of dollars for a collector's Target?
I remember
What's
when
the
Beanie
market?
Babies were collectors. Oh, these are going to be worth thousands of dollars. Now they're just garbage. People
Yeah.
throw them away, give them away. They don't. Nobody's paying anything
What's
for
the
a Beanie Baby.
market for cups? Target cups.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's all.
I thought there was more to it than this. I didn't know.
No.
I hadn't followed it all that closely, and I was
No.
like,
from what
what's
I've
so
seen,
special
they're
about
just
these?
a cup.
They're just
a cup.
Was it pink and red? Is that what the deal is?
That's it for Valentine's, I guess. But anyway,
Darn, I missed an opportunity there to get Lori a cup.
it's too early to buy a Valentine's gift. Middle of January?
Yeah, it is. It's early.
You got to wait till the last minute.
I already had her birthday.
So you got to wait till the last minute. More pins.
No, there were no pins.
Oh, no pins for her birthday this
No,
year?
no,
Oh,
just flowers.
oh,
A little thing of flowers.
okay. Not a lot. Not
no,
a big
a
thing. of
small vase.
Good. All right, well, let's move on to Would You Rather. And I've got 3 of them here. So, and these
Would
are
you
all,
rather fight for a Stanley Cup?
well, these are all weird. I'm going to be right up front with you. They're odd, so we're going to throw them out here. First one, would you rather have all dogs, when they see you, try to attack you when they see you? So anytime a dog sees you, it's going to try to attack you.
They do that anyway.
Or all birds try to attack you when they see. This is a tough one for me.
I have a question right up front.
Okay.
So, my wife and I have 2 dogs. Does
Okay,
that...
let's we'll exempt your own dog.
Okay.
So it's just other dog.
I'm just saying,
Not your dogs at home, because I have
All right.
2 dogs as well. So we're going to exempt your home. But let's say you're out.
But it's all other dogs.
All other dogs.
So like somebody's got a seeing eye dog. It's coming after me.
You're on the plane. They got their emotional support dog. You're walking down the street. Here comes a little chihuahua. Every dog.
one more question. This time about the birds. So are the birds going to be like heat-seeking missiles? Like they're just going to death squad? Like
well, there's the thing with you don't know how birds are going to react. I mean,
so like if I'm driving down the road and some crow sees me,
let's
is
say
he going to
if
just...
you're in your car, you're okay.
Okay.
If you're in a building, you're okay.
So if you're outside walking.
It's outside.
Okay, I didn't know if I drive under a swarm of birds if they're just going to...
No, but if
Dive
you're walking,
bomb
if
me.
you're outside,
Okay, all right.
anytime you're outside,
Okay.
dogs or birds. I got a thought. I don't know if you guys...
I've got my thought.
Go ahead, Greg. We'll let you go.
My thought is I want neither, but
That's not a choice.
I'm going to go with birds, and I'm going to wear a helmet and safety glasses because they're going to go mostly for your head, probably. I mean, they may peck other parts of your body, but man, a dog.
You don't use those anymore anyway. So
a dog can take a chomp out of you, man.
A dog can.
You know, and it can. I think there's not a good answer, but I'm going with birds because I feel like I can at least protect myself a little bit better. I don't want to run around in one of those police uniforms where they have the dogs attack you and, tackle you.
Well, you're not even going to have the big protection suit.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And I think I got to watch. I think I can protect myself from the birds a little better. But man, if they do get in there and peck at your eyes or something, not good.
all right. You want me to go next?
It doesn't matter to me.
All right. Well, it was hard. I don't know, but I said dog only because there's so many more birds.
Well,
there
yeah,
are
and
so
they're
many more
vicious.
birds that I can maybe try to avoid. I know at some point I'm going to come around the corner and here's the German Shepherd,
Well, like
and
you
I'm
said,
going to
you
have a
could be on
problem.
an airplane. There's a seeing eye dog sitting there.
I'm
the
gonna
whole
have-
flight.
It's not going to be good. I'm going to get chomped on a lot. I'm going to have to do that though. I'm going to have to just start wearing big padded clothing. I got to be very aware of where I'm going. But like, you can't go to a beach and enjoy. You can't go. The birds
I'll
are
have my helmet
everywhere.
and mask on at the beach.
It's going to look good. And that's it.
And then the birds will start attacking my body.
just a
Just
helmet,
pop,
mask,
pop, pop, pop.
nothing else at the beach. I'm good.
My Speedo.
Well, so I went dogs just because of the sheer volume of birds. I just think it's going to be hard to fend off that many birds. They're everywhere. And birds are mean. I don't care what anybody says.
They are
Birds-
mean.
Birds are mean.
A majority of them are small, though.
Yeah.
Of those many. Now, there are
Yeah.
big ones.
We have a lot of hawks
and
and
things like that.
eagles
So
and,
there's that.
owls around
Which-
here.
Yeah, owls.
I just saw some
They're
wild
huge.
turkeys today, and they're big and mean. Geese? We have hundreds of geese all over the
I'm
place.
never
in
getting
this
out of my
area.
car again.
Well, you can. I can't. Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, that's right. You said
I said birds.
birds. I said dogs. All right. Mike, sorry.
See, I see the merits of both arguments, but I'm also taking birds because while they will greatly outnumber the amount of dogs you will encounter, I'm going with what Greg said. Majority of what you're going to find, I think, are going to be more easy to fend off. And I know personal experience, there are countless big dogs in my own neighborhood.
Right.
I mean, I just know from personal experience, I'm not going to be able to step outside and not be just absolutely accosted by the big dogs in my neighborhood. I mean, I cannot. If I'm going to go 1v1, I mean, I'm always going to take my chances with a bird, even if it's
Yeah.
an
I get
eagle. But the problem is, I mean, if you get swarmed,
I say, yeah. Have you ever been
Weird.
driving where you see the swarm of birds? Man, if
it's
you're
not going to be
outside,
pretty.
you're done.
It's not going to be pretty.
No.
And
Or those turkey vultures. They run
Yeah.
in groups, man.
yeah, though. So
There's not a good answer.
the
Good luck
birds.
fishing.
Oh,
You like to fish.
I'll back the car.
The pole sticking out of the window.
Casting might be a problem. But I think the birds are maybe more like zombies. Like they'll hoard up together. You know, that's I think when they're dangerous.
Yeah.
When they're in the hordes. But
And I think birds are going to be more nerve wracking because there's, like he said, there's so many of them. You're going to be constantly
Yes.
bing, 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 bing. Whereas at least dogs, you know, you're going to encounter them.
when I think the thing that scares me the most about the dogs is I've seen firsthand too how much damage a dog can do.
Oh yeah, they can.
And I'm not taking my chances.
Yeah.
Because as
You run
soon
into
as
Cujo or something, you got a problem.
yeah, as soon as that German Shepherd starts, I'm not outrunning a German Shepherd.
Oh, I can't either.
They hate me anyways, German Shepherds do.
Yeah, I'm taking my chance with the birds.
All right, so we got 2 birds and 1 dog.
Yep.
I'll just call up Hitchcock. Maybe he'll give us some
There you
advice.
go.
We got birds.
All right. Number 2. Would you rather get a surprise wet willy from a random stranger every day
No.
or
Oh.
a surprise wedgie from a random stranger every day?
This is awful.
And on this one, I'm going to say you're not safe in your house. You're not safe anywhere. It could happen at any. It's one time a day. You don't know when.
This is absolutely terrible.
You don't know when it's coming. It could be at work. It could be at home. You're on vacation. It's going to happen. So there is scenario number 2.
I went
boy.
first on the last one.
This is terrible.
I can go first. For
I hate
me,
this scenario.
I said wedgie. I can't look. I'm way better than I used to be as a germaphobe. I can't
But
take
you're
somebody
talking slobber.
and they're going to load up. They're going to get that finger super wet and
But
jam it in your ear.
On the
man.
flip side, the wedgie is not just going to be a little tug. I mean, it's
No,
going to
they're
be
going to grab it and yank
atomic.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to not atomic, but they're going to grab it and they're going to yank up your
Well,
pants.
occasionally one might become atomic. Or
But see,
something,
I don't wear underwear, so I got them on the technicality. No,
I'd say in this scenario, you got to be
No, I
wearing
know.
at
You do.
least a jockstrap.
you do. That's not going to be much of a. It's going to be a something different than a wedgie. I'm going with underwear. I'm not doing the jock strap. I still got to go. I got to go wedgie. I can't. I don't want them shoving their nasty wet finger. I don't know where their finger's been. I don't want
you
it
don't.
shoved in my ear. So I said wedgie. I'm sticking with it.
All right, I'll go second. Basically the same response as Doug. I'm going wedgie because the thought of a wet, gross, wriggling finger in my ear. I don't want that. I certainly
See,
don't want
but
that.
with us, the same thing. It could be 4 a.m. You're asleep, and somebody comes running and goes, "Ah!"
But they can also stick their finger in your ear.
Yes, exactly.
This is very true.
I'd rather be woken up like that as
Then
opposed.
somebody fingered me in the ear
you're-
hole.
you're- you hear that. It's like I don't want to. No,
It's coming.
Yeah.
I can't see him.
In the wedgie, it's going to be boom. It happens, but you can recover. I think
Yeah, pull it out and move on with my day.
a little pick out and you're good.
That's right.
Pick and roll. But the wet willy, that's emotionally scarring.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you're going to feel the lingering. Yeah, it's going to linger.
I don't even.
Yeah, it's going to like run down in your ear.
Ah!
It's going to linger.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
going to feel
okay,
like when you go to the
that's
pool and you
gross.
get water in your ear. You'll be doing this all day. Can't get it out.
Sexy. I'm glad I
Yeah.
stuck with wedgie.
All right. I wanted so badly to split the room, but I can't. I got to go wedgie.
It was,
I can't go with the wet willy. That's just disgusting.
I was wondering if this one was going to split the room or not. It was, because it's so bad. Neither are good, but yeah, I don't want body fluids inside of me.
I knew from immediately when you read that, you said wet willy. I was like, no, this is terrible. Absolute no win.
Yeah.
All right, well, three wedgies.
3 wedgies.
Coming on.
Okay, the last one. I have no. This is. Would you rather every morning when you wake up, you find that a random animal appendage has replaced your non-dominant arm. So if you're if you're right-handed, every morning it's just going to be some random animal appendage. Boom, boom, boom. Every morning it's something different, and you have no control. It's just random. Could be a hummingbird wing. Could be a gorilla arm. Every morning.
You said non-dominant?
Non-dominant.
Okay.
But it's every day.
Okay.
It's something different. Or you permanently replace the bottom half of your body with an animal bottom of your choice. You can pick what the animal.
Every day?
No. One time you say, this is it. I'm sticking with this.
So you look like a centaur or something.
I'm up first, aren't I?
And it doesn't affect any kind of personal stuff. Let's put it that way. In this scenario,
that can be kind of wacky.
Everything will be fine, but just for this scenario, so it's either you have your non-dominant arm that's going to be replaced with something different every day. Or
what if you really don't have a dominant arm?
Well, then it flip-flops.
Well, I'm both because I write left-handed, I eat left-handed, I throw right-handed,
Well, how often are you throwing things?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say.
Well, I mean,
you got to pick the one you're eating.
Okay, I'll go my left hand.
Well, no, it's your non-dominant.
Oh,
so
okay,
then
my right hand.
Yeah.
Maybe my animal arm would write better than my real one. So
let's just hope when you get, your little duck wing, you're not up to throw 9 innings that day.
Or even bowling. It's like,
oh, no.
I can't even pick up a bowling ball off my little hummingbird wing.
Oh, no. Or you fall. All right.
So one quick question. Is it, I'm assuming not, but it's not going to size proportionally. Like if it is a humming wing, it's going to be
it's
little stub.
It's whatever it looks, whatever it is with the animal.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't have a giant hummingbird wing.
I just want to make sure. That being said, I am going to take the arm. I'm going to take the non-dominant arm. Is going to flip-flop animal parts, and here's why. Some days it's going to be freaking awesome, and it's going to be so cool. When I've got that freaking gorilla arm, dude, I'm in the gym. Cool. I'm going to be in the gym all day, pumping iron,
be lifting with both arms, just one,
swinging around.
I'm not going to be doing pull-ups. I'm going to be Donkey Kong in the gym.
That's right.
Some days, on the flip side, it's going to be awful. It's going to be terrible. I'm going to have absolutely no use of that arm for anything.
Again, your big fishing trip. You get the little
you
bitty
might
wing.
Get a little turtle leg.
I can't reel.
You'll just have a little turtle leg.
Well, some people are going to be impressed by that. I mean, hey, that guy's got a turtle arm. That'd be cool.
I don't think anybody's going to be impressed.
Will you be able to pull it into your body?
That'll be
that's the head. Well, I guess the arms do too.
Yeah, the arms do.
The gorilla arm, people will be impressed.
Well,
by
that would be impressive.
That would be.
So some days I'll luck out. I'll be okay with what I get. And then here's the other thing. I think I can do most things with my dominant hand. So I'll be okay, I think, for most things. But the other component is I'm going to keep it spicy. The variety will be fun. Even if it's a bad thing, it's like, oh, hey, what can I do with this for a day? I've got this arm for, what can I do with it? That'll be half the fun, I think, is I'll spend, what can I do with this turtle arm? If I can retract it, bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, I might do that all day. It might be fun.
Like a magic trick.
I don't know.
All right.
But, no, I'll wait. I'll save my final point. I don't want to take too long on it. So.
Let me go?
Either you or me. I don't care.
I can go. Because I cannot think of a bottom half that I would want. I'm going with the arm as well. I'm like you. I could see having some fun with it. Other arm. I don't even know which arm is this one.
Well, but that was kind of my point, Greg, too. My last thing was, there could be some fun legs that you could run around with. Like if you had the bottom half of a horse or something, that would be cool to run around like that. But then, you know what? It's like, I want to lay down on the couch. I can't. Yeah. I'm going to have to go.
You're a giraffe.
I'm going to have to go get like a stable in the house.
Well, you can pick one. You don't have to take a horse.
I don't have to, but I mean.
For one thing, Denver, your dog would attack you. He hates horses.
He does hate horses. So that rules it out for me anyway.
What would be a good one? What would be a good bottom half?
Well, I'm going to say, before we start, I'll pick my pick. I'm taking the bottom half. Because I don't think it'll be. I had the same questions that you had, only I had a little different inflections. Like, what's going to happen? What arm am I going to have? What can I do with this thing? I don't want the variety. I like stability. I like knowing, okay, this isn't perfect. This isn't what I want, but this is what I have. and it's every day, so I can make arrangements. Going with the gorilla, man, I got massive muscular legs. I can hang from my feet. Again, at the gym, I'm swinging like, come on. I'm tearing things up. It's like I have 4
With your
hands now.
legs?
Yeah. You've seen gorilla legs?
Oh, yeah.
Gorilla feet? They're like an extra set of hands. I can fight somebody with rip them apart with my legs.
You could go get a Target cup and fight people off.
Oh, I would be taking more than 2 Target cups.
Because you could be picking them up with your feet.
Oh, yeah. I'd be running out there with about 8 of them.
Mike would be trying to carry it with his little wing.
And what if you got it at midnight? You come in there at 11:59 with a gorilla arm. You're like, I got poof, and it goes to a little bitty wing. Oh, no, I can't grab it.
I don't know. It is what it is. Luck of the draw.
I hate that. I would hate it. Like Russian roulette with my body parts here. I've already got that as old as I am now. Every morning I wake up, something may not work. Spin the chamber. So, yeah, I went bottom half.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm sticking with the arm.
I am too.
All right.
Variety's the spice of life.
I guess.
I'm trying to think of other arms that could be good or bad.
Well, you know what? It could be a random
You have
appendage.
a fish fin.
But on the flip, you gotta have an elephant trunk. You could have a freaking elephant trunk for an arm. That thing is strong.
Could wind up with a giraffe leg sticking out of there too.
Sure.
That'd be kind of awkward.
People stay away from you.
Yeah.
You'll get the 6 foot COVID,
Oh, my goodness.
COVID thing just fine.
You dominate that.
Who needs a pool noodle when you have a giraffe?
That's right. When you got a
leg?
giraffe leg for an arm.
So, all right. Well, that was the end of the Would You Rathers for this week.
Cool.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to Florida. We got Florida woman.
All right.
And I'm not happy with this woman. I think she's an idiot. My personal opinion. She has filed a lawsuit against Hershey, the chocolate company, because they make Reese's treats. She is suing them for $5 million in a class action lawsuit because she says their treats were deceptively marketed because they didn't have faces. According to the lawsuit, Middle District Court of Florida, Cynthia Kelly sued Hershey Company because its jack-o'-lantern treats were advertised with a mouth and eye drops
Got a little bottle.
on the packaging, but didn't have any on the actual chocolate. So if you look, but if you read, it says Reese's Pumpkins. It doesn't say Reese's Jack-O'-Lantern.
True.
It says pumpkin right there on the package. She has a picture of it.
Now,
on the
why the
package.
package does have the face on it?
It does have the face on it. But it's... And anyway, so she's also included other seasonal products, such as... Now, all these, they're kind of all the same, but the Reese's Peanut Butter Pumpkins, the White Pumpkins, the Chunky Pumpkins, the Peanut Butter Ghosts, the White Ghosts, the Peanut Butter Bats, the Peanut Butter Footballs,
Well, they wouldn't have eyes. The football wouldn't.
and Reese's Peanut Butter Shapes Assortments. So it included a gallery of photos, compared the products, and what she said is the football looked like an egg instead of a football.
Footballs kind
Who's
of
that
look like
hurting?
an egg.
That's kind of what I thought. Has she ever seen a football? Because it looks kind of like an egg. And out of how many times do you buy something and you open the package, it's like, this is nothing what it looks like at all.
Many times.
Yeah. So also, you know what? The Christmas trees, they're not decorated. They don't look like a real Christmas tree. The heart, that doesn't look like a real heart. It's just kind of a...
It's more triangular almost.
And the egg, it's not decorated.
Nope.
It should be decorated. I think this woman is nuts, actually.
Well, what's her argument?
She's probably a really good ex-wife to somebody, I'm sure. That they misrepresented the package. Or the package is misrepresenting the product.
And
Well, it says she claims that thousands of people have been harmed. How have they been harmed?
that was my first thought too. Is in what way $5 million worth has? Well, and here's even the point. So if you look at the picture of the example with the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern.
Yep.
If you actually got the Reese's without the eyes because the eyes and the mouth missing are like the top layer of chocolate that show the peanut butter. That's how it got the face on the package.
Yeah, you'd
You'd
losing
actually be
some of your
losing product if you had it your way, according to the package.
Yeah, she's
It doesn't.
nuts.
How does the Reese's not looking exactly like the picture on the how does that hurt you?
It doesn't. She's messing with Reese's, and you don't do that. Actually, if she was going to sue Reese's, I think there's a better thing that you could sue them over, in my opinion. I don't know if you've ever gotten the Reese's holiday packages. You get the singles, and they have the king size.
Yes.
I have brought this up before, long time ago. It's always drove me nuts. But if you, and I got a picture, I'll put it out there. If you look at the back of the container of the king size, and it has serving size, 2 servings per container. Serving size of 1 piece. Calories per serving, 170. 170 calories per serving, 2 servings in the package. It says calories per container, 350. 170 times 2 is not 350. It's 340. Why do I get an extra 10 calories if I eat both of the freaking king size Reese's?
It's a bonus.
Yeah, it's
And is it only if I eat them both at the same together? What if I ate one?
Oh, it doesn't.
And then
matter.
I waited till tomorrow and I ate another one. If they came into that, what if I buy 2 singles? 2 singles is 340, but if I get them in one package, where does that extra 10 calories come from? Reese's.
It's a bonus. Yeah, it's the bonus.
This is hurting people. This is why I can't lose weight.
I think you should jump in on the lawsuit.
Well, I'm going to start my own lawsuit. I don't want hers.
This lady. Well, the
real.
one thing, it's a class action lawsuit. If she wins, you and
37
I
cents.
should get at least half of it.
I think at least.
Because I think we eat half of the Reese's.
I've been scarred for years.
And I like the attorney. Delray Beach-based Anthony J. Russo said in the lawsuit, look at the picture on the packet. It's like a pumpkin with a face and a little mouth. Then you open that packet and you're presented with that monstrosity. It's a piece of chocolate with peanut butter. How's that a monstrosity?
How dare you, sir?
Yeah, that seems
If I
a
was a
little
judge,
excessive.
I said, dismissed, good day.
She's
Your
asking
Honor, I said good day.
She's asking the judge to order the company to change its packaging too. So take the face off. People got to ruin everything.
Yeah,
you can sue for just about anything these days, apparently.
Well, this is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It should be tossed out of court.
Like I said, the only fault I have is I want to know how I get an extra 10 calories. If
We've
I
always
eat 2 of
wondered
them.
that.
I still don't know. I wish somebody can explain it to me because
Call Reese's.
Let's
get them on the line.
I should. Hey, Reese's, how is it I get 10 calories eating 2 of these in a package? 10 extra calories other than if I eat them as singles.
I can imagine that phone call. Hey, Reese's, big fan here. First time caller, long time eater.
Maybe I will call their complaint line.
You should. See what they say.
Record it and see what they say.
Yeah.
Like, hey, why is this? I want to know.
Yes.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
Okay, so do you guys have anything else before I move on?
No. I'm
triggered.
I'm triggered about the Reese's.
I forgot.
I do have a quick follow-up, a side note to the Reese's story here. I had seen grocery shopping the other day a bag of pink Reese's Hearts. Pink hearts.
I'm suing them over that.
Yeah, I am not a fan. I don't like it when you start monkeying around.
So yeah, they've got.
Are they
pink.
actually pink?
Yes, they are actually pink. The outside is like pink chocolate. They look pink.
See, I'm not even a fan of the white chocolate Reese's.
I'm not either. Just stick with the milk chocolate and leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Jacking
that
with
was
it.
a new one for me. I had not seen the pink Reese's Heart.
I mean, I
You
wonder
could
if
put
they
that
taste
in your
like
pink
chocolate.
Target cup.
Ooh. Reese's, you got a good thing. People love it. People clamor. You don't need to start monkeying around with it.
Quit changing it. Just leave it alone.
And quit adding everything to Reese's. Quit having them. Here's a Reese's with the potato chips. Here's a Reese's with pretzels. Here's
Next thing
one
you know,
with
they're gonna have breakfast
caramel and
cereal in
nuts and nougat. It's like just leave it with peanut butter and chocolate.
Here's our Reese's Fruity Pebble.
See what they don't. They might even have that. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean they have a good thing going. Just
Yeah.
Why can't we ever just leave stuff well enough
Yeah.
alone?
No one ever said, how can this wonderful piece of heaven be better?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit, when they went from the original Reese's Peanut Butter Cup to the holidays,
Those were
I was
good.
happy about
Yeah.
that. But let's end it there. You did a good thing. Leave
And
it.
the big cup. The big cup was
The big
good.
cup's
You
good.
put more
Yeah.
peanut butter? It's like, okay.
It's almost like a holiday without being the holiday.
Yeah, it is.
It's the everyday Reese's.
Although if you look at it, the single size on it serving 200 calories for one, 400 for two. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I'll call him and say, how is this? It's a Christmas miracle. It's like, this is a terrible miracle.
Yeah.
You're making me fatter.
The bonus calories.
We're not shoving it down your gullet. No, shut up, Reese. All right. Sorry.
Doug is already
got
playing
problems.
back the other
That's
half
right.
of the phone call.
I'm being Reese's. Listen, you fat turd. No, stop it. We'll cut you off. You won't get any Reese's ever again.
No.
Okay.
No Reese's for you.
I'm like some of the people that we talked about earlier that make up a whole scenario over nothing.
Are you saying
On
women?
Facebook. I would never say women, Greg. I would never say women do that. All right. Anyway. So McDonald's just introduced, it says, a brand new meal to the menu.
All right.
Now, if I owned a steakhouse, I said, I have a brand new meal. Would you think that it would be something that hadn't been on the menu before, right?
Yeah.
It's brand new. It's a brand new meal.
Surely it wouldn't be a cut of steak that you've already had on the menu
Mixed
for a
steak.
while.
Well, let's
Yeah,
see.
mixed steak.
It says if there's one thing McDonald's customers go
Or
crazy
mistake,
for.
I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If there's one thing McDonald's customers go crazy for, it's the McDonald Land characters.
I don't really go crazy for
It's
them.
us. We're the customers who are crazy about the McDonald Land. So it goes in here. It says that they brought back Grimace last year and a Hamburglar. Rubble. So it says recently McDonald's has started leaning into its nostalgia play, especially after it brought back the beloved Boo Buckets last year. Since then, we've been gifted a new Hamburglar commercial, Grimace birthday celebration, and even collaboration with Crocs. I didn't miss that one.
McCrock.
Ugh.
They just go
Is
perfectly
that Ray
together.
Kroc? Is that?
It might be.
Oh my goodness, they do have McDonald's character Crocs.
I
Oh
hate
my
Crocs.
goodness.
I hate them.
Wow.
Says, don't worry, McDonald's isn't done yet. After last year's success, McDonald's is bringing back its adult Happy Meal. Again, it seems like
a pair
something
of
at a
boxers.
Burger King.
What's that?
It seems more like a Burger King thing.
Yeah, it
Like,
does. The Creepy King.
Yeah. Well, they've already got the Whopper. So that sounds like its own adult Happy Meal.
That would be in the adult Happy Meal.
So this time in the meal, it has a new collectible toy. It's for adults. Are adults wanting these stupid little plastic? They're buddies for the new meal, okay? They're McNugget buddies. What adult is like, yeah, I got to get me one of those new little plastic McNuggets,
The
Well,
same
after
people
they
who
get
just
their
got
Target-
done shopping at Target.
or buying the Grimace Crocs, I guess.
Yeah.
Says McDonald's is teaming up with Kerwin Frost, a New York-born artist, to release the Kerwin Frost box. The new meal. Here's what you get with the brand new meal. 10 chicken nuggets or Big Mac, fries, a soft drink. And one of the McNugget Buddy collectibles.
That was new?
What? It's like, okay, guys, listen. We are struggling. People aren't happy. We need to up our game. What if we use select chicken, make things a little more? Nah, I don't like that. What if we try to use better ingredients? Farm to table. Nah. What if we just use the same crappy McNuggets?
How about some real meat in the burger?
Nah. What if we just put in a little plastic toy? It's for adults, right? They'll love it. They'll love it. Like,
Yeah.
who is doing this?
Who doesn't love a nugget?
Well, who doesn't love a nugget? And it's for Valentine's Day.
That's right.
I got you an adult Happy Meal with your nuggets.
Ooh.
But yeah, can you imagine going to a steakhouse like, hey, you want to try our new meal? Oh, you got new? Is it better cut of steak? Like you were saying, it's like, no, same old food. But when you also will get to choose one of our toys. You can get Reggie Ribeye or Stevie Sirloin, Freddie Filet, Sammy the Steak Fry, or Beverly Broccoli. We got the whole set. You can get them all. But the foods, it's the same crappy food. We didn't make that any better. What? I don't get it. I don't understand who this is for or what they're doing with
either.
it. But anyway,
And they're weird looking little characters.
they
too.
are weird looking. I don't.
One looks like an ice queen or something.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, that's the temperature of your McNuggets because they've been sitting out for an hour and a half.
That's right. And they're probably as hard as these plates. You better be careful because you might eat these on accident and not even know it. Oh, anyway. Okay. Anything else?
You can slap the word collectible on just about anything, and people will still go out and buy it. They'll be in a rush, a frenzy to go buy it.
Well, we have to hurry up and get it now.
I like their Nuggets names. Kerwin Frost is one of them.
Do you not name your Nuggets?
No, I didn't. I'm going to have to.
You are.
Then there's Don Bernice.
Don Bernice.
Uptown Mo. Wafutu. Brick. It's Brrrick. Brick.
Yeah.
And Darla.
Let me introduce you to my Nuggets, Uptown Mo and Brick.
Each with their own fun backstory.
Oh, well, that makes it all worth it.
Yeah,
I don't care if I'm
doing.
getting crappy food. Well, they got a fun backstory to go along.
I wonder if the people come back to the drive-thru. Excuse me, last time I got the Darla. This time I was hoping to get the Uptown Mo. Can I get one of those, please?
No, you get a brick.
People are probably fighting over these stupid things.
It says Don Bernice is the wise stylist. Uptown Mo is the neighborhood hero. Wafutu is the positive, curious optimist. Brick is the adventurous, cool guy. And Darla is the dreamer.
Oh, nice.
And wants to be a superstar.
Oh. Well, now we have their backstories. So
Yes.
this is really good. I like it. Oh, my gosh. All right. Anything else before we move on?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, let's see if we can pick the 10 most sinful cities. So, Wallet Hub, it's a website.
Washington, Illinois.
It's number 6 on violence.
Yeah, those gunshots.
That's right. Wallet Hub, they put together this list of over 180 of the largest metropolitan areas to try to come up with the most sinful cities. And the way they did it was they have dozens of different metrics, and they put them into like 7 key categories. So think of them as the 7 deadly sins. So they got anger and hatred is 1, jealousy, excessive. So anger and hatred, what they did is look like violent crimes, robberies. Sure. Jealousy, it looked to see how many, fraud, identity theft stuff was happening in that. All right.
Right.
Excesses and vices. It says that what they did was excessive drinkings, DUIs, how many fast food joints, drug overdoses.
I like that they incorporate fast food joints in there.
Greed. Those are casinos, gambling disorders. Lust, adult entertainment establishments.
Jeez.
Vanity. It said it looked for like tanning salons, plastic surgery, a couple other things. And laziness. And the way they did that, it said volunteerism rates, exercise rates, different things. So they try to break them down into like the 7 deadly sins. And these are the 180 largest metropolitan cities. Care to take a stab?
I bet we both have the same number one.
Las Vegas has got to be one of them.
Sin City.
Now, it could fall into about 3 of those categories.
I'm going to give you this is just the overall rank.
Okay,
one.
I'm saying, Las Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas would be my number 1 easily.
Okay, Vegas is number 1. It was only number 1 in one of the categories. You care to guess which category?
Casinos and that stuff?
So the categories that they listed here that they actually showed is anger and hatred, jealousy, excesses and vices, greed, or lust.
See,
you were saying greed?
I said greed.
I would maybe say lust, honestly, for Vegas.
Greed, number 1.
Yeah.
It was number 4 on lust.
Okay.
So you got to find somewhere else for more lust.
Yep. And Las Vegas was the number 1. Of course, Sin City, its nickname. So how about number 2? This one surprised me a little bit.
Well,
I mean, it didn't. I mean, I just never think of it as this. But
see, it's hard because is it number 2 when you lump all those things
all
together?
Yeah.
All of it together.
I mean, I'm going to have to go with just on size. My number 2 would probably be L.A.
See, whereas mine would probably be New York City, but since he said that, I feel like it's somewhere else. I'm going to go Miami.
It's a good guess.
No. Houston.
Oh.
And it was number 1 in a category. Care to guess what category it was in? Again, anger, hatred, jealousy, excesses, vices, greed, and lust. And there's a few of these that they had ties.
Duplicate?
So you could have like 2 cities tie for number one.
picture-
I'm not saying Houston.
Yeah, I don't picture Houston being the greedy one. I'll go with the anger.
How about Lust?
Lust.
Ooh,
Yeah. That was a surprise
lusty
one.
Houston.
All right.
Sounds like a dancer.
Welcome to the stage, Lusty Houston.
I think they perform after Uptown Mo.
And Wafatutu.
Maybe that's Greg's stripper name. Uptown Mo. That's right, ladies. Put your hands together.
Ignore my little turtle arm.
I can't get the dollar bills out with it. Oh. All right. Number 3.
I mean, I'm going to have to stick with L.A. I think L.A.'s got to be up there.
It's got to be.
See,
I'll go New York City.
Yeah, I'd waffle between L.A., New York, and Chicago.
And you both are wrong. Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love.
Anger.
Yeah,
But
that would be my
it
guess.
wasn't
yeah.
number 1 in any of the categories, but it ranked high in multiple. So
Anger was one of them, probably.
I'd say
it was
anger.
2 in anger.
Yeah, it had to be.
Number 4.
L.A.?
Yeah, LA. Number 5.
Boston.
Let's go south.
Oh.
Oh, back to Miami.
Dallas.
I'll go Miami.
Georgia.
Atlanta.
Holy, Georgia.
Yeah.
That's a
Or
state.
Atlanta.
The whole
The
state.
city of Georgia. Atlanta.
All right, Atlanta.
Number 6.
Chicago.
How about, I'm going to say Boston.
Denver.
Mm.
Number 7. I think somebody said this once.
New York City. Miami.
Chicago.
Dallas.
Dallas.
Oh,
I, didn't
Dallas.
say, I didn't say Dallas earlier.
Number 8.
Salt Lake City.
This is out west. It's out west.
Oh,
Portland.
Portland, yeah.
Seattle.
Phoenix. Number 9. Greg, you want to guess number 9?
Miami.
Hey, it is Miami. Now this one surprises me. Number 10. It's in the Midwest.
Indy.
Milwaukee.
No.
I could guess.
Cleveland.
Ah.
Cleveland, Ohio. So that's the top 10. And let me give you, this one will surprise you. Number 1 for anger and hatred. Greg, you know this. You should guess this one. You know this.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Where
Number 1.
I was born.
Anger and hatred. That surprised me. Anger and hatred.
I have a lot of anger and hatred in me.
Jealousy. This was another one that surprised me.
Indianapolis.
Kind of southern Midwest, or it's.
How about Louisville? Memphis?
Memphis.
Nashville?
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Excessive vices. Here we go. Excessive vices. So fast foods and all that other stuff. The excessive, lots of drinking, DUIs. This was another Midwest city. Man, Midwest is representing.
St. Louis.
No, it's more related to Cleveland, Ohio. So think that direction.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
I was going to say.
Man,
Kansas.
Ohio's
Man,
coming in
they're
with too
representing.
strong. Ohio. Greed.
I think our friends at the Greener Grass podcast will be happy to hear that.
Yes, they will. Greed. There's 3 cities that tied for greed.
Greed.
They're all in Nevada, and I think they're all
Carson City.
Henderson, Las Vegas, and North Las Vegas. So I think it's
they're
that.
all
that.
Yeah, all
Vegas.
related to Vegas.
And then we already said Lust was Houston. Number 2 city for Lust. We've said it before.
We've said so many now.
I said it was a giant city.
New York.
No, it's bigger than New York. Huge city.
Atlanta.
Georgia. Atlanta. Yeah. So those were your top 10.
Huh.
And
That was a
I
surprising
can't move
list.
any of those.
There were some surprises on there, though.
Yeah.
I can
I'm
give you,
surprised Peoria
I'll give you the
wasn't
bottom,
in
the
there.
least sinful. All right. I won't make you guess those unless you want to try to guess 1 or 2, but it's you're not.
I'm not,
Honolulu.
No, but you're on the right track. So the 10 least sinful was Laredo, Texas, West Valley City, Utah, Cape Coral, Florida. Been there. Nice town. Nice.
Huh.
I mean,
And not very sinful.
no. South Burlington, Vermont, Columbia, Maryland, Port St. Lucie, Florida, Madison, Wisconsin, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Fremont, California, and Pearl City, Hawaii. So, yeah, there's your. So there you go. Those are the top 10 and least 10 sinful cities in the U.S., according to Wallet Hub.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yes.
So plan your vacations appropriately, depending on what you're wanting to do.
Yeah,
Some of you may not even have to leave.
Lust, go.
Some of you can just stay in your own hometown. All right.
I didn't hear Morton on there.
No. Didn't make the cut. All right. Anything else before we wrap this one up?
I don't think so.
No. Well, first episode of season 6 is in the books. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, checking out the show. Make sure to check out our social media. We haven't done a lot out there the last couple of weeks, but I plan on trying to get some videos out there. We got a couple taste tests. I'm trying to put up some stuff for Valentine's Day. I don't know. We'll do some different things. So make sure you check that out. YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, X, Facebook, all those things.
Hopefully we'll be back on our regularly scheduled Monday morning release time.
Yes, that is the plan. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you just relax, taking a deep breath. Don't get offended. If you do, suck it up, Buttercup.
Reese's.
That's right. And let us know about those Stanley Cups. If you're a big proponent of the Stanley Cup, why? Why is it better, or is it better? Give us some comments. And have a great week. Tune in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.